Welcome back after a long time. We back and it feels so good, man. Procrastination podcast. Welcome back. We talk about anime life, everything in between, and you know we never gonna stop again, except when we get tired. I'm Matt.
I'm Robert.
Alonzo.
And we're so glad to be back. And under a time constraint, we're about to be quicker, more efficient. We ready. We came back like machines. We're gonna be in here a totally different entity right now. Y'all don't understand what's about to happen to you. You got to get blessed with our commentary.
My God. Amen.
We about to really do this big right now. So
yeah, actually, this podcast has turned into a Christian podcast. I just wanted everyone to know that we're here to talk about our Lord and Savior.
We speak the truth, the good word. The Spirit of the truth blesses us with His word.
I'm Christian. I'm not with them, God. Don't strike me. When you strike them. Not
I've
me.
been attending Bible study with the preacher.
You did go to Bible study.
A little weird, but
that's true. Robert's the only one not safe. He's screwed. No. Anyway.
It is what it is.
Anyway. We are really glad to be back. Today we're kind of talking about anime related things today, but getting back into it. We took a long break, getting things back together, getting things basically more cohesive so we can have an easier time of this, trying to make things just more enjoyable for ourselves and hopefully for you guys. So that's kind of been while I've been away. Obviously, I actually moved. That's why there's nothing behind me right now. I haven't even had time to hang up my stuff. I will hang up that stuff. I actually have a non-blank wall. Next time I'll be ready. But other than that, I think, we've all kind of had a couple little life changes, things going on. Some of us are leaving the country temporarily. So, we got a lot going on. I don't know if y'all want to talk a little bit about that before we get into it.
I mean, I don't know how much I want to really get into, but I'm taking a vacation, going to Mumbai. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We are gonna, I'm gonna really believe, okay? Manifest. It's gonna be a good time, and I'm not gonna end up on the news. All right?
Just one kidney is okay.
Yeah,
That's all.
Well, for me, I got nothing going on, so I'm just going to do this and say congratulations to our man Matt. He's graduated into adulthood. Yeah. He's got a place, he's got a job. He's not a jobless bum anymore. So
right,
yeah,
it is a nice change. Money coming in and not just going out is nice. It's very nice. So, hey, to everybody out here trying to follow dreams. Hey, keep grinding, keep following your dreams, do what you can do. Sometimes you'll be broke in the midst of following that dream. Keep following it till you're not broke anymore. That's my word to you. Don't stay broke. It's okay to be broke. Don't stay broke. There you go. All right. Now back to being, on this podcast. I feel like we've gone everywhere in the beginning of this, but again, talking about broke anyway. We're talking about today some things in anime that we kind of think could be better, could be less broken, less problematic, less of an issue. We're talking about things in anime that they could need more of. So that's where I want to leave it very open here today. So anime needs more, and we're going to finish that sentence moving forward. And I know we used to go start with Alonzo first. Do we still want to start with you, Alonzo? How are we going to do this?
Oh, we started with me first? Sure. Let's see. What does anime need more of? Anime needs more nuance and diverse world building. Because I feel like I see the same settings, the same people, the same storylines, all the time in some shows. Like there was a meme back when Konosuba dropped. They had the overhead shot of the city with the castle walls, the circle city, and they had 2-3 other shows that had the same city when you just put them together. okay, this is the same world, this is the same story, this is the same thing I've seen 1,000 times. I mean, sure, slice of life anime, you're going to get the same settings. Like you're in Japan, you're living your life, sure, but you can, put some nuance to it, put some effectiveness to the storytelling. Make something unique. Give me something every time that's something different. That's the stuff I crave. Is something unique, something new. Um, and in terms of world building, like I know like Space Dandy is a show I'll bring up a lot because I love Space Dandy. They have all these different worlds, all these different settings, unique to them, unique people, unique characters. It's always so interesting to see where they're going to go next, what happens there, what aliens they're going to see. Like, it's so interesting. Whereas, like, you have a show. What's a basic show? A real basic show. I don't even know. Can't think of one off the top of my head, but maybe maybe all these Kirito clone, any reincarnation isekai shows is mainly, to me, it's like the same story every time. I know one of the big things is these overpowered main characters getting revenge on the people who betrayed them when they got isekai. I'm just like, all right. The first one, what was the first one? Maybe Shield Hero? Maybe? I don't know.
Right.
It was one of the early ones, at least.
Niche at the time.
Right.
It felt niche at the time, yes.
But now everyone's trying it. Oh,
yes.
What if the isekai guy actually, they hate him?
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah. So anime needs more nuance in the first world building. That's what I say.
And I hate it because when someone does it, like you said with Shield Hero, it was new. It was different. It was fresh. I love Shield Hero season 1. It was like in my top 10. I think it's still in my top 10. And like, but then other shows started doing it, and they just didn't do it for one, they didn't do it as well. They didn't animate as well. They didn't animate the fights as well. They didn't build the story as well. It's like, why do they not like this guy? Why do they, at least in Shield Hero, they kind of like go into why and like all that sort of stuff. And it kind of makes sense. Like, all right, sword, bow, staff, got magic. Everyone knows the sword is like the thing, and then I'm the shield. Okay. I mean, what's clean about that? Like, who would want that to be like? If you went to Isekai world, you would not pick shield. Like, let's be real. Who's picking shield? So it's like, I kind of understand the hatred. Like, okay, this dude gonna block, but who gonna actually kill the monster though? Like, so I gotta kill it while you blocking? Like, what we doing? So like, yeah, I kind of understand that one, but like the other shows, it's like needless and like no explanation, just like, you need to do what we say because you suck. And I'm like, okay. I mean, he could also kill your entire nation. But, like, I guess, I do feel like that sometimes they start that and then it just gets oversaturated. Like, even when Slime first did like the whole isekai thing. Oh, first off, the first Slime thing, and then it was like 1,000 slime anime after that. I was like, what is happening? Like, and they did it so well, like Rimuru. I mean, to this day, Rimuru, one of the greatest, like, well executed characters, building their strength. Obviously, started pretty strong, but still building their strength, still having interesting fights, other characters that are on par with him in the show. And then they just threw out a bunch of other slime shows to like just ride those coattails, and none of them were anywhere close. Like, that's my issue. Is like, if you're gonna make it like that, at least live up to the animation levels, the action levels, the fight scene animations, like something to bring us in outside of that. We're not gonna complain if every one of those anime comes out and they're at the level of Shield Hero season 1 or Slime season 1 and 2. Like, no one's gonna complain because that's still high quality anime. But the issue is they're just putting a slime in it or just putting revenge in it, and like, all right, yeah. Like, what?
Actually, after you see like as many as we have, right? Like 700 plus, shows. The thing that gets into your top 10 now, no matter what, to me, it feels like it has to be different.
Right.
If it's not different, it doesn't go nowhere near, Right. Like, all right, well, get right in the middle with everyone else. 7 out of 10, or 6 out of 10, you know what I mean? Like, all right, solid middle, if that's what you want. But like, these things, we know that like, if they actually were to develop a story, try to be different, it it becomes like greatness. So,
Right. It becomes the trendsetter. It becomes elite. Right.
On that topic a little bit, I was like, what does, so I was doing it more like, okay, the type of anime that I watch, what does, and my number one is romance, right? What does a romance need? And I'm like, and we've talked about this a little bit before. Like, we're like, I want actual realistic, like I get it that we don't want realism, but I want realistic like problems, realistic issues, realistic things to like get through, instead of just, hey, does she, or do they, or don't they, and that's it. Do they or don't they has been told 1,000 times. I get it. But this man's surrounded by 3 girls. Can we not have a, like, okay, like, this is a serious conflict that's happening. He's together with this person. Like you say the like Scum's Wish, or like the other anime that we seen, I can't remember, but like had some really like adult relationship themes,
right,
which were really, really good. And that's what felt so different. Is that, like, oh, okay, they're not just will they, won't they. It's like, okay, who really, how do they really feel about each other, or like how do they really, like developing into like deep mindset stuff, instead of just like real top level, oh, you're the pretty one and you're the main character. Right. They get together. Right. Like, I'm sick of it.
You already know that was. I think that was one of the things that I almost said, but I knew it was going to get said, because you know how much this irks me. Like, so many times we're like, and not only the realism with like the problems, but the realism with the choices. Like, literally picking a girl because, okay, I saw her first. That's it. That's the only reason. Right. What? Oh, you mean a girl that fits perfectly with your lifestyle and who you are as a person, you ignore completely because you saw that one first?
Supported you through your entire fucking life? Yeah,
right.
Yeah. not
love
her.
At first sight, man. That's true love right there.
Apparently. Because constantly, like, this love at first sight thing. And it's like, there's no explanation why he actually likes her. I'm like, there's not like she has this mysterious aura, or she has like this, she's just so like super attractive, uber attractive, which I'm like, all right, fine. If you're that vain and she's just that hot, fine. If that's the reason, fine, dude. But don't put a girl that actually looks better than her and supports you better than her and does everything that the dude likes. And he's just like, but I like the problems. But something about the girl hating me is really like, just tell me if this man's a masochist. Like, that's all I need to know. If that's what it is, okay, like, go all in on that and just tell me that. Like, I'd rather they do that than like what they do and just trying to like this love at first sight thing as like their only explanation. So I'm 100% with you. Like, we need some realism. At least tweak it, man. Just sprinkle.
Like Asuna, for instance. They're like, yeah, okay, this is a girl that I have to almost die for every single time I see her in my life. I want that one, and not the many more attractive women and more supportive women throughout the entire series. Like, okay.
It's being always captured. Always captured.
I gotta die every time for this
that Princess Peach effect, bro. That Princess Peach effect. How's she always getting caught?
Right.
I'm just saying. She seemed like she liked being tied up. That's all Lord. I'm saying. Asuna get caught a lot. At a point, I'm sorry. At a point, you just into bondage. I'm sorry. That's fine. If that's what she's into, Kirito, you gotta get your ish together, and you better S&M that girl the way she wants to be, because the villain's doing it and you ain't doing it, bro. So it's time you to step up.
I imagine them two laying in a bed, and and like Kirito has like a normal happy moment, and she just looks at him like, see, this is the shit, sitting here happy. Just sitting in the bed happy? No, I'm going. Look, I'm about to be in a game. That's what I'm going to a game. Gets caught.
A life or death one.
Yeah.
The one they told us not to sign into. I'm signing in.
Lord.
Okay. Level 1, going after the boss. All right, do that. No, anyway. But yeah, I feel like that kind of segues into mine anyway. 'Cause like my thing was with the realism, going with that same trait is getting more male protagonists in these romance that are not so clueless. Like, there's a limit to the density of a human being, man. Like,
Hey, man. I'm living proof. You told me about all these women I could have had, and I was like, I never knew. So
but at least you learned. You learned.
Right,
like you catch these guys. The girl will be like, "Yo, I will suck your." And he'll be like, "Wait, but there's no scratch there. There's no boo boo on me. Why would you do that?"
On top of him, he's like, "What do you want to do?" He's like, "I mean, you're heavy."
Right, that's his answer. Like a 17-year-old dude who has never had a girl, and his response to having a girl is like, well, what is this? Like, what? Who at 17 is responding like that? No one. Like, that doesn't exist. That person does not exist. That's not relatable. Fix that guy, dude. Like, that's why I love Horimiya, Suzure Children. Like, those are realistic relationships. Yes, in high school, dude, there's no way, I'm gonna sit there and be dating a girl and be, oh, I'm scared to touch her hand. We're 16! What the freak? Like, no way that is still a big deal in Japan. I refuse to accept that. There's no way that people are scared to hold. We went to Japan. I saw hands being held. Yeah, I saw more than that.
Birth rate be dropping though.
I'm just saying, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's a point where it's like, okay, I get naivety, that's cute. I get like them being shy, that's cute. But at a point, straight carnal instincts of guys doesn't let us be that oblivious. Doesn't let us be that conservative. Like unless they're like a Mormon or something, maybe. And even even them.
Mormons get down.
Exactly. And that's exactly my point, dude. So the quietest ones be the main ones, like, that you gotta worry about. So I'm like, I just want them to fix that. Put more, like, use Horimiya. Like, those are the examples we want them to follow, right? The trends they won't break. Like, get those protagonists like the dude from Horimiya. Get those protagonists like the ones from Suzure Children, where they're like, all right, straight up, I like you. What we doing? Yeah. Like 3 girls, like, all right, all of them at some point, like, all right, well, bet he clueless, so time to me just be straight up, like, boom, what we doing? Like, all right, because you don't get nothing else. Yeah. So you this means one thing, and he'd be like, oh, I didn't know you felt that way. Well, now you do, Jigga. What you gonna do? Like, all right, now that, like, give me someone with resolve in these romances, man. These just go 11 episodes. In the episode 12, they're like, oh, we like each other. Heck of the cheek in this episode, end of season. What are we doing, man? Come on, dude.
I say my favorite romance show is Ore Monogatari, my love story. I had the big dude with the other girl and the other friend. I like the way he started out. Like, he was like, of course, this is not meant for me. This is never gonna happen for me. Like, she likes this, my friend. Like, obviously that's the way it is. He learns over time how to, respect himself as well and get the girl. So yeah, I don't like all these. Who's a pansy?
Rental girlfriend.
I can't. Rental girlfriend, dude. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, hate that nigga.
I'm like, I don't know.
I hate him.
Like, and he be going through the shit in his head and everything. He's like, all right, she came over just for me, and she's in here, she's sitting on my bed, and she's like doing all these things, and he's
cook
like,
me food.
But yeah, and he's like, but I won't say anything. I won't do anything. You know what? Because it's not supposed to happen, Like, what are you doing?
Let me chase the one girl out of the 4 that doesn't like me at all and told me to my face, I don't rock with you, but he's still chasing her. Bro, the other 3 want your head. It is so oh my gosh, dude. It has me heated. I couldn't even watch beyond the first episode of, I think, season 2 of Rental Girlfriend, because this dude I had PTSD from watching this man for a season. Fumble all these other girls, like, and then his horrible ex comes back. maybe I should go back to that. Like, what? The one that played your whole life?
Okay. Hey man, all hell Mommy-chan.
Bro, she is the worst woman.
Yeah.
And you talk about, it's her and Rachel from Tower of God. They up there fighting.
I was just about to mention
They fighting
Rachel.
For the top two most hated women of my lifetime, bro. I hate those. About to make me lose my religion over these. Oh my gosh, dude. I can't stand them, bro. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like yeah, and that was the other thing. The guy, I don't remember his name, main character from Tower of God too. Right. Same thing, where he's like, I mean, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. She obviously said no. She obviously don't want your ass. Just leave it. Leave it. No. You never know. You never know what she wants. Yeah. She's the one. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I will move on to my second one, which is my last one. Anime needs more, and I really couldn't think of anything else, so I thought of something I wanted. And what I want is more harmless and whimsical anime. You know, I brought up Space Danny before. I like the show Nichijou.
Yes.
Like, just shows that don't really matter, but you can watch it. You can turn your brain off. You can enjoy it. Like, it's something beautiful to be had when you enjoy the simple things in life. And that's what I do. I don't think too deeply. I'm not a deep thinker. I'm not a critical thinker. But when you give me something stupid I can enjoy, I eat that shit up. Like,
right.
I got Space Danny posters on my wall. I got Nichijou downloaded. I watch that shit from time to time. Like, it's good. Just keep it simple, man.
Mm-hmm. I am in big agreement of this one, and I was gonna say something similar, but like, yeah, I think what's happening is that, like, once you keep repeating stories over and over, right? They're like, oh, okay, we have to add on a little bit. We have to add on a little bit. There's the only way to get people to keep watching the same thing, right? And they don't want to make their own thing, and it makes it so that you can't have these like really random funny stories. Like, yeah, and I don't know. I agree. That was you know, just to go ahead and mention my second one or one that I had was for comedies in general. Yes, I want more randomness. I want it to be okay with, like, it doesn't have to mean anything. It could just be funny. It's okay that, like, a comedy is just a comedy. They're like, no, this is a comedy romance. No, this is a, you know, this is a shonen battle comedy romance thriller. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like,
add 8 tags.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I guess you're trying to get more people to watch it, but it just nullifies every individual thing, and now it becomes like right in the middle with everything else. Here you go, another 5 out of 10 if that's what you want.
Right. No, I'm with you, because that I actually was thinking about this the other day, because I started picking up Dragon Maid for this exact reason. I'm like, I need something when I don't want stress, pressure, anything. I want just like, I want to chill. This is like my late night. I'm like oiling my body, greasing myself up so I'm not ashy the next day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't be worried about me. I put my oils on. Oils on my head, oils on the beard, oils on the body. I'm oiled up. Don't worry about me, man. No Diddy. None of that.
Dragon Maid. Just to let you know, I oil. Okay? I need you to know this.
These elbows have been asking me. These elbows be good. They be good.
Every time I go to the store, somebody mentions, hey man, what's your oil plan?
Everybody asking me my oil. Is it them knees? Them knees looking glistening.
You were a slick man. Explain.
Explain how you so slicked up, man. but legit, like, I'm that night, I'm like, all right, let me do wash my face, all this stuff. I just have Dragon Maid on, and it's just like, you know, it's like, all right, I can like calmly wind down my night, wind down my day, turn my brain off. It's you do need some of that. Like, you gotta have balance. You can't have all of one thing. You can't always have everything be super in-depth, 30 layers of story, 30 layers of thinking of what could happen, who could happen, how did this happen to this particular person, this person's backstory. Sometimes you just need some randomness, good animation, and some good vibes. And that's fine. That's fine for that to be your anime. And that's fine for things to just be funny, just be comedy. Like Gintama is the epitome of both of these. Gintama is just comedy and randomness, and it ran for like hundreds of episodes, hundreds of seasons, or tens of seasons, and people love it. Till this day, people love Gintama. So I'm like, I don't understand why more, like, again, why are they not following those blueprints? Like, let things be themselves. Like, Blood Live had like one season, and that's one of the most entertaining shows I ever watched. I always tell people to try it because, like, it epitomizes what I feel like anime culture is, which is just like a little bit of everything. Like, you just doing what you want. Like, not always worried about how it looks, how it feels, just doing what you want. And that's what I love the animators doing. It seems like animators are scared to just do what they want now because the repercussions financially that potentially could happen. But I don't know. Hopefully more of that will happen with stuff like Dandadan being super random but still super entertaining. Yeah. And shows like that. Hopefully that'll break that mold a little bit and let people be more creative. I'm hoping.
Like yeah. Mentioned. Yeah, Dandadan's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that, like, now everyone is trying to be like the big three, right? They're like, oh, we make enough episodes, we're getting banked forever, you know? Right. And I'm like, yeah, that's why it's the big three. No right. One, there's no way that everybody's gonna be the big three. So yeah. I'm like, stop trying to be everything. Just focus on what you're good at. Especially shows that have a solid season, first season, are like, I'm very good at this one thing. I'm like, that's why we watch it. And they're like, all right, season 2, we're changing the thing. And I'm like, stop. Terrible. But yeah.
With it, exactly. I mean, exactly. Like, how many anime have we seen just nosedive season 2? Like, a lot. We had a whole episode on anime that kept themselves good for multiple seasons because it's that rare. It's not that many.
Yeah.
You know, even Shield Hero, nosedive. Like, I don't even understand how it got that bad. like how could it go from like something like top 10 to bottom 10? But yeah, again, speaking of, we're talking about these things that we want to do in anime and freedom and doing things differently. That is the thing that I'm like, anime needs more of college-based anime. College-based. Why are we stuck in high school? Right. We go to college. Go to college. Like, college was more eventful than high school. So I don't understand why these dudes are like scared to go there. Like, as far as like anime goes, like, it is still a young adult audience. It still relates to probably the same group. Even people that are in high school, middle school. Oh yeah, college, cool. Yeah, it's close enough. But then it reels in the adult crowd because guess what? You see a waifu. Wow, she's of age. That's nice. Like, it's nice to have a waifu that is of age. That's great, you know? So I'm like, that would be, in itself, would be its own unique thing. Because I've seen like, I don't even know if I've seen like maybe 3 anime based in college, like, ever. Like, they even had time period of like college in there. And like, I've watched hundreds and it's just not a thing. And I watched one the other day that was a Korean, so it's like a Korean webtoon turned into an anime, and it was based in college. And that was one of the best freaking romance anime I've watched in a long time because it like allowed itself to go that next step because like, okay, they're not in high school, so they could actually like address these more adult romances in a better way. And the same thing to me goes for like these, like, even like the action-based anime and things like that. I feel like it just works better, right? Like, okay, this guy's in this high school stuff. Like, Jujutsu U? I don't know. That has a nice ring to it. Jujutsu U is kind of clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, that's bigger campuses. You know what I'm saying? They can have they talk about inter school games. Bro, college inter school games are a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's ways to make this happen that it's just like, it flows better. It works better and it addresses a bigger audience, especially because anime's audience, the core audience, is like around our age, for in America especially. So it's like, when you're talking about that age bracket, make stuff that they could get at least a little more related to. Like college stuff is a little more, closely like less far removed than high school stuff, and we can relate to that a lot of that stuff still today. Like college romance, adult romance isn't that much different anymore, Whereas high school is like very, very different than current state romance, Because like in this anime, they're talking about dudes being on apps and like dudes like meeting girls at bars, and like obviously in high school you cannot meet a girl at a bar. You shouldn't be there. so I'm like, yeah, and like you can't be on these apps legally. So it's like, yeah, it's like it addresses a more mature audience, but it also just seems like untapped scene that is just more interesting because it allows you more freedom to go into these like more taboo things like unrestricted, because like, okay, these are of age audiences, of age characters, like we can go all in and like have way less pushback because they're like 18 plus, 21, whatever their age is in their colleges. So it's like, all right, I just think that would be cool. Like once I've seen a couple of them, all the ones I've seen so far that have been based in college have been really good. I think that's a missed opportunity for anime, and I would love to see more of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's many anime that are based in high school but have so many adult themes that they can't even rate it. They don't even rate it that way. Oh yeah, this is rated, 18, right, whatever, because of those things. And I'm like, okay, well, you could have done the exact same thing in high school, and then it all of it makes sense, like
right.
All of the concepts, yeah, all of the concepts there, all of the, yeah. I'm like, there's some parts of like, it made me think of like My Hero, for instance. Hey, I mean, you're putting them here of all places, and them aged up, a few years, and in college would be a completely, you know what I mean, like make way more sense in some of those like fights and some of those like the way they feel like everything's so dire, like, all right, but you're you're 14, like,
right, right.
It doesn't matter to you. Come on, why are you acting like this is the end of your life? But now when it's like, oh yeah, like, and I think romances too, like, yeah, like that, yeah, it's not just a do I like her, do I not like her, it's like, are we compatible and going to have a good future thing? Like you have to actually like have these conversations. I'm like,
right,
that's way better, and for the for the viewer too. They're like, man, I not only do I get to see a peck on the cheek, but also them, forming an actual bond. Like that's good. Anyways, yeah.
I will like romance isn't one of my top things, but I will say there's been like this niche genre that's been popping up over the past couple of seasons of old people, like 30s, 40s people being overpowered in their show and just dominating. Like there's this show called Osan Newbie Adventurer. He's like a 30-year-old guy. He's like, I'm not that great. I'm 30 years old. My life's behind me. He's the most OP character in the show. There's a new show this season, from country bumpkin to master swordsman. He's an old guy, probably in his 40s actually, but he got the white wisps in his hair, and he's just like, man, I've lived a long life. But at least I've lived it well. And people are like, you were the master swordsman, man. Like, so I'm here for these new type shows where the old people, the 30, 40-year-olds get their time to shine. I'm here for that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, again, it's cool to see the child prodigy, but it's like, it's another thing to see like the person that thinks, oh, I'm past it, and still come back and be like, nah, I'm still nice. Like, and it's not even off of like, a lot of it in these shows has been off of like Osan Newbie Adventure. It's like, it's off of straight training. They just working harder than everybody else for longer than everybody else. Like, and they're all beating the projects. I think it's like that Rock Lee thing, like where you want to see someone that works hard win more in anime rather than just always project. Like, it's cool to see that. Like, at times it's like, man, switch it up, and like, especially when we're talking about like these older characters, like even with stuff like My Hero, like you do time skips in these shows, like do a time skip to make him in college. Like that would have been a super clean time. Imagine you go to like season 3 and they're like in college, Deku got a little goatee or something, like Deku dripped out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Bakugo come in, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that would be so clean. Like it would, like no one would complain about this, bro. Like it's a little more work on the back end, like because you gotta redesign characters a little bit, but like it'd be such a unique thing that would make your show stand out that much more. Like, and again, you're hitting like multiple audiences because like if you're starting in high school or like something like that, and you're growing with the characters themselves, it's like, yeah, if the show's taking like years and years for the season to finish, your audience that started with this show is also getting older. So if the characters get older with the people that are watching it, that is like a unique experience for the viewer too. I think that's just super cool. I don't know. I just feel like they're again missing the opportunity to really like link with the fans of these shows. But that's just me.
I had a question. Like, okay, for fighting anime, because when you asked this question at first, I was like, fighting anime. What is like a regular shonen, like a like a not no nonsense, fully nonsense shonen show, right? What does that need more of? I was thinking, because I was like, I don't know, like how do you like I don't want to say it needs more complexity. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's the thing. I don't think like I'd be okay with more randomness, like we already mentioned. And I was thinking like fighting wise, this is what I came to. Like I want more losses. I want like especially in the new anime, do they even lose? Do they even lose? I've seen plenty of season where a motherfucker comes in and just OP like, oh yeah, killed him, end of season. And I'm like, who's enjoying this? Here's the conflict. The conflict is I might have to charge for an episode my move that I'm going to do to kill you. Damn. Next episode, I killed him. You know, what are we doing? It just seems like no one's losing anymore. I want Goku level stuff. I want you to come in, act like you got big. Yeah, I'm bad. I've been training, and come in and lose a bunch of fucking times. Right? You know, like a true training arc. Like people don't like the training arcs they do nowadays. It's literally just like, oh, okay, yeah. I got this power. Yep, I got this power, and now I used it, and I won. That's how I win. You know, I'm like, okay, how about you get that power, use it, and still lose, you know?
No, legit.
You know, that reminds me of that clip you sent us, Matt, of that blind swordsman clip. Like, like they're just glazing on blind swordsmen. They come in, they're overpowered, and they can defeat the powerful villain just by I don't know, pure bullshitting, I guess.
Legit, they just make something up. Mm-hmm. I think in the clip when Caleb said he was like he can hear the molecules in there. Yeah. I was like, what? He's like, I can hear the molecules. I know where they're most dense, and you can't hit me there. Like, what? Well, it's so true. Like they literally just make characters. It's like, okay, well, here's a deficit for this character. Now it becomes a strength, which is cool. But it becomes so strong that it's ridiculous so often. And it's like, I want a show where there's more balance. If you're talking about fighting, I want more balance throughout the characters.
Right.
Like in Dragon Ball Z at first, it was pretty balanced among the top like 5 to 10 people fighting. Like Goku wasn't just waxing everyone else. He wasn't just waxing Piccolo. He wasn't just waxing he wasn't even just waxing Krillin. Like Krillin was getting hits in. Like we weren't just getting dudes just killed like in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, right? Yeah, Frieza came in and was starting to murking dudes, but like outside of that, all the rest of the fights were very even. Like, and that made the show interesting, right? Because they had to be creative. Like we're talking about the reason why the Raditz even got beat. This man had to hold him. Like. So we had to be creative in these victories. It's not that they didn't have the skill to win or the power to win, but again, like who just stands there and takes your strongest attack? No one does that. But yet you have these characters in all these shows like, well, I'll test your strongest attack. Gets destroyed. Yeah, because that's the strongest attack. Of course you got destroyed. So like, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It's like they have the opportunity. Like, again, you don't have to change the genre, but do something within that genre that's just a little bit different. I think even like Hunter x Hunter in the beginning was like pretty balanced as a show. Like it wasn't like super like Gon in Hunter x Hunter was never super way better than everyone else. Like he was just like he just had that one like limit break moment, in the show. But like outside of that, it was like pretty even all the time. They lost a lot. He never beat his master, like Muffin. He never beat her, and like till the end of the show, and like yeah, him and Kilo just trained up, right? And I don't know, like I think like you said, it could be done where the balance could be better to just make it more characters interesting and include the show. Harder work on the animators, right? Because you got to now include more voice actors, all that sort of stuff. But like, yeah, that's how you make generational stuff like Dragon Ball Z. You don't make generational stuff with one or two characters.
Real quick on your point, Robert, on this question, like I just want more death. I want something like Attack on Titan, just everybody getting murked. Like you bring 100 people to fight the villain, like 75 die, and you got 25 left to recuperate and all that. That's what I want. I want more darker stories.
They want that Madara.
This
man want that Mob Psycho jump where that man just kill all the boxing up everybody, man. They had Mob Psycho, when they had that jump changing point of view of the dudes getting boxed here when they're trying to zap dude gone. Where's he at? Bink! Oh my god. Yo, Mob Psycho, that jump, the lead. But yeah, legit, I see what you're saying. Like, let's have some time where, like, let's feel the loss. Like, too often a character will like die or something in the show. You're like, oh, they're gonna be alive. Somehow they're gonna get brought back. Somehow it's gonna like again.
Here's where they level up. They just died just to level up so they can come back and beat them. Right, in same scene. Like
same scene.
Okay.
Legit, I'm not dead yet. But your heart stopped. That doesn't mean I'm dead. What? It doesn't? That's the definition, I thought. Like, cardiac arrest equals life? Wait, what? Like, okay. But like Gurren Lagann, spoiler alert, was the GOAT for this. Because who started that show in Gurren Lagann said that Kamino was dying? Name one person that expected that. Nobody. Till this day, I can start watching that show again and still think he'll live. And I know he won't. I'll still be like, he coming back.
Yeah. He's killing everybody in the scene. He's killing everybody. Like in the scene, he looked like he's just fucking chilling.
Legit. And till the end of that show, I thought this man was coming back. Till the last episode, I was like, he gonna come back last episode. He gonna come back last episode. He gonna box these chickens up. Watch.
Power. Time travel.
They gonna spiral that down.
Send him back. Send him out.
Right. I'm like, this man about to reincarnate or something. Like, never brought this man back, dude. Only in spirit, never in life. That man was done. Like, and again, props to them. Because Lord knows, I did not expect that ever. And same thing with even Kill La Kill. Like, I was expecting different. But again, that's what makes it stand out in your head.
Well, I feel like we've been talking a little bit too much here, but maybe we can talk a little bit extra.
Oh, he didn't set up his own extra time? What?
This is my shit, man. This is my shit. All right, we are back at it again. Extra time. I'm out of time, so let me get through these quickly. NFL draft was this week. Quarterback Cam Ward from the University of Miami, the U, went first overall to the Tennessee Titans. Another move in a shock trade. The Jacksonville Jaguars traded up from 5 to 2 to take Travis Hunter. He's been called the Shohei Ohtani of football, which I think is just blasphemous. But we'll see. He plays wide receiver and cornerback. Ain't no way he's going to be able to do that in the pros. Ain't no way he's going to be able to make it in the league like that. But we'll see. Penn State pass rusher and somewhat considered the best player in the draft. Abdul Carter went number 3 overall to the Giants. And then the biggest shock of the draft, which was mind-boggling to me, was Shedeur Sanders, the son of prime time Deion Sanders, lasting until the 5th round. Like, that's crazy. He didn't get picked in the first, the second, the third, the fourth. He had to wait to the 5th round to be picked by the Cleveland Browns, who already picked a quarterback in the 3rd round. So it's just like, why did you pick him? Why did you make him wait? I don't understand, but it's inexplicable. But yeah, it's mind-boggling. So hopefully, maybe this humbles him, because they said he was rash. So hopefully, this humbles him and he can be a Hall of Famer like his father. But moving on, the NBA playoffs are currently going on. We're in the first round. We got intriguing matchups going on. We got new faces in new places making noise, like Luka Doncic on the Lakers, Julius Randle on the Timberwolves, and Karl Anthony Towns on the Knicks. Games are being played. It's an exciting time for basketball fans. I know the Memphis Grizzlies just got swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are the #1 best team in the league right now. So it's going to be crazy when we get down to June, who's going to be in the finals, who's going to be playing for it all. So it's going to be nice to see. Last up, chess. The game chess. You play it on the board, you move things around, the pawns, the horses, the knights, all that stuff. Well, it's forging an unlikely partnership with esports. And the game is an ancient game. Chess is like steeped in tradition. It goes back hundreds of years, and it's just a popular game that just has all this tradition, all this classical, representation to it. But all that said, there's been an explosion of a shorter form of chess which compile all those traditions into bite-sized matches, and they take place online like chess.com and some other places. Well, there's been a esports tournament that was hosted last year for the first time in Saudi Arabia that's coming back this year. It's going to have chess as one of the main sports, and I think it's like $1 million prize if you win. So they got some new teams coming up. We got Team Liquid, who you may know from other esports. They've got the world number one Magnus Carlsen, and the American number 2 Fabiano Caruana. So we'll see how that goes. But basically, they have a new format. So I think the format goes like you have 10 minutes overall to make moves. And so you just got to keep moving. You just got to live with your mistakes. So I wanted to ask about, like, how do you feel about chess entering the esports arena? Because chess is like this classical game. How do you make it fast paced and online and not lose the importance from the traditional world of chess? And in a broader sense, I'm kind of asking, are there things that maybe shouldn't be modernized or accommodating to the times? I think chess is chess. Old or broken, it's chess. Like, you can't go wrong with it. You kill the king, win the game. So it's a good formula. And I don't think speeding up is necessarily a bad thing, but having it online, it's good. It broadens the pool of players, so you can play with somebody in another country. So I think it's good. But something like a toaster, old reliable toaster. Does it need Wi-Fi? Does it need Bluetooth? Does it need a 7-speed, disc changer? I don't know. It's a toaster. Toast my goddamn bread and pop it up. Like, I don't know. It doesn't need all that. So what do you guys think about all that, like, modernization of things with the times?
Yeah. I think what you were saying about the chess specifically, like, yeah, I love watching chess on Twitch, and seeing that being represented in esports is pretty cool. I think that's good, and I do think that what happens is once you have enough people keep playing the same game over and over, you gotta change it, right? So they're like, all right, let's make it faster, and let's make it more competitive. So that's cool.
Man, like watching hot girls play chess on Twitch. Let's be clear. Let's be clear.
That's the only what people got the. Yeah, anyway.
That's hot girl chess is what it was.
Hey. I am part of the algorithm. All right. But other things, yes, I do think that things have their function, and it's not always made better by adding functionality, right? Yeah, like you said, a toaster. Yeah, there's like plenty of things that are okay. Like, yeah, my light bulbs have Wi-Fi in them. Light bulbs have Wi-Fi in them, and I'm like, does that make do we need to keep doing this? I want to control the light color, I guess, but it's like, I don't know. Eventually, it does get to a slippery slope where, yeah, can't everything talk to everything? It's like, or what? Yeah, my Rubik's Cube, for instance, like, there's Wi-Fi in my Rubik's Cube. do I need Bluetooth Rubik's Cube? Probably not. But it's cool. It feels cool. Yeah. I'm a product of the algorithm. They keep telling me things, I keep clicking.
Okay. What an extra time that was. A little razzle dazzle to finish it out. Our first time back in a long time. It's really been great. We've missed it. We haven't been able to get back in here and really chop it up with you guys and chop it up with each other for a while. So we got a lot going on, like we already talked about earlier, but we're glad to be back. We have a lot more coming in. We got games we're trying to do. We're trying to set up maybe some boosts at some cons in the future. So we got a lot going on, a lot to bring to you guys, a lot to even surprise ourselves with. So we're gonna be doing a lot of things right near future, especially this year upcoming. So hopefully you guys will stick with us through it, and we will try not to procrastinate too much on what we're doing. But thank you guys again for tuning. Thanks for procrastinating with we.